So, what's up, man? Welcome back to the PSN Commands. Now, with your boy Tone. We're back with another video. AGTJ, word of God. For God, that's right now. Hope guys have been doing pay for all the one for people. Jesus, my name, pray in today's video. Got another one for y'all. This one is my projected 53-man roster. I did record this recently, but we had some roster changes that we had to talk about. So, talk about those very briefly. We did sign Brian Pringle and Michael Badgley to the 90-man roster going to training camp. And we did put Amari Rogers on IR, and we did cut Tim DeMort. So that's what happened before camp started, allowing us to get extra body things of that nature for the actual camp. So let's get right into today's video, man. Waste no more time. Let's get right into it. So, quarterbacks, number one, first and foremost, those will be Sam Howell, uh, Jacoby Brissett, and also Jake Fromm. I think those are three quarterbacks on the roster. I think that Fromm will be inactive on game days, but the other two quarterbacks will be active on game days, obviously. Next, running backs, we're going to keep four guys. I think those guys are going to probably be Brian Robinson, Antonio Gibson, Chris Rodriguez Jr., and also I do think we're going to keep Jonathan Williams. I am a big Jared Patterson guy. I want to keep Jared Patterson on the roster, but until another team poach him off, they don't feel like they need to keep him. So I think they can always put him on the practice squad and he'll come up as needed. So that's how I'm going to go with that. Wide receivers, we're going to keep 7. These 7 names have changed from my previous video that I recorded just because we did sign Brian Pringle. I think he's going to make the roster. So, then it goes Terry McLaurin, Jahan Dotson, Curtis Henry, De'Ami Brown, locks. Then I think it's Byron Pringle, Marcus Kemp, Dax Milne. Dax Milne has made his team the last 2 years. I think he's a really solid slot receiver. I know a lot of people are saying, "Oh man, he's a special team, he sucks. Get him out of here." He's a better receiver than given credit for, and I think that he's going to show that in camp. I think he's a better receiver than most of the other guys that are behind him. Marcus Kemp is really for special teams purposes. He's also kind of like our Camp Sims 2.0 type of guy. Who can make a play here and there as a receiver, but definitely is a gunner on special teams, a really good special teams player. Special teams fiend, as the WT would like to say. And then finally, with Brian Pringle, another special teams fiend, a guy that can return kickoffs at least, and probably can return punts as well, which takes less than Dax Milne. I think Dax Milne will be wide receiver 5, be the second guy that come off the bench behind De'Ami because of his experience with the team over so far. I think it's a new offense, though, so maybe Brian Pringle might take over that. Dax Milne might not make this team when you think about it, but I think he's a better receiver than the other guys that are behind him, like Mitchell Tinsley. I like Casimir Allen, but I think Casimir Allen can get stashed on the practice squad as long as he don't play too much in preseason. You can just stash him away and no one will bat an eye. And let him get healthy the next year, make the roster, and then you can let Dax Milne walk after next year. So I think that's how I'm going to go. I'm going to try to keep a little bit more of a veteran presence in the locker room. Not too many young receivers. Try to keep it more veteran related in that room. The youngest guy will probably be Jahan and De'Ami. So those are the guys that are the youngest guys on the roster. Of course, Dax as well, but I think everyone's going to be more veteran savvy. So we got Marcus Kemp as a veteran, Terry, Curtis, other guys, Byron Pringle are more veteran savvy. So I think that's the best 7 that you could find in that room. And I think those 7 will get the job done. Next, you got tight ends. I think we'll keep 3. I don't think we'll keep 4. I think Curtis Hyde is something you can probably can't stash away, but it is what it is. I think you got to kind of have to cut corners somewhere. I think tight end might be that spot. I'm really Logan Thomas, John Bates, and Cole Turner with the 3 guys. Kurt Hodges could definitely make this roster the 4th tight end. I would not doubt that. And if they really want to keep him around, I think they should give him a roster spot, but we'll see what happens. But I think those are the 3 guys with the team. Logan Thomas actually looks pretty healthy for the most part. I think Cole Turner's going to step up. And I think John Bates will be your primary blocking tight end for the Washington Commanders this year. Offensive line, I think we'll keep 10. This is why I think we'll keep 3 tight ends because we're going to keep 10 offensive linemen. 10 offensive linemen are as follows. Charles Leno. I think our starting left guard will be Sidney Charles. Our starting center will be Nick Gates. Our starting right guard will be Sam Cosme. And then Andrew Wiley left to right. Then you keep Brandon Daniels, Chris Paul, also Ricky Stromberg, Tyler Larson, and I think the final guy will be Cornelius Lucas. So those are 10 offensive linemen that will make the team. I think that's a pretty solid group. Not a great group by any stretch, But if they're running more of a West Coast offense, get the ball to your hands quickly, and I think that will definitely bode well for that offensive line. Make them look a lot better than what they are. I think we're definitely more athletic too, because last year we had all them slow fools, and I think we got some athleticism going on with the guys we do have on the team now, like Wiley. Cosby should be healthy, and then a guy like Ricky Stromberg is more athletic. Uh, Kyle Larson's solid, but he's not the best athlete in the world. But yeah, but I think Leonard's the only one that really sucks on this damn team. Leonard's trash. I don't know why we still got him on the roster, but whatever. Let's get to the defensive side, right? I think this is going to be kind of when we kind of have a much more solidified idea of who's going to make the team. Let's start with defensive linemen. We'll start with defensive tackles. The Fedarian Mathis, John Ridgway, Deron Payne, and Jonathan Allen, your 4 defensive tackles. I think your 5 defensive ends will keep 9 defensive linemen. I think not your 5 defensive ends will be, of course, Chase and Montez, Chase Sean Montez, obviously. KJ Henry, I think he's going to make this team as well as your 5th round pick, in the 2023 NFL draft. Got James Smith Williams. I think F.A. Obata will be the last guy who make this roster as a defensive end for the Washington Commanders. He had some good production last year. I think that production is something we cannot ignore. So that's something we'll keep in mind. Your dad pretty last year. Pretty good production on the bench. Next, we have linebackers. We're going to keep 5. I don't expect a lot of linebackers to be on this team. So we had 10 offensive linemen, 3 tight ends, 7 receivers. That makes 20. 4 running backs. That makes 24. 27 offensive players. So we're going to keep 23 defensive players. We're going to keep 5 linebackers. I think that sounds about right. Yeah, 5. No, 4. This is not enough on this roster linebacker. Jamin Davis, Khalid Hudson, Cody Barton, and David Mayo. I mean, those are the 4 guys. David Mayo is a good special teams player. And you got your 3 guys that should be playing on Sundays, regular linebacker for you. That's kind of obvious. And finally, I think Mal Eifert might be someone that might make this roster, so you'll keep your eye on. But Mayo is a really good special teams player. I think they value special teams a lot. We only averaged 18.9 points a game last year on offense. I do expect the offense to be better, but until they actually show it, you want to really rely on special teams units to give good field position, also to take field position away when asked to do so. Next, we're going to talk about DBs. I think we're going to keep 4 linebackers, 9 defensive linemen, 13 players, 10 DBs. I think those 10 DBs will be obviously at quarterback first. We're going to keep 5 corners, 5 safeties. I think those 5 corners are Ben St. Juice, Kendall Fuller, Emmanuel Forbes, Danny Johnson, and Christian Holmes will be the guys I think. Tariq Castro Fields is interesting. I think he's like the first guy on the outside looking in. But we'll see. Maybe Danny Johnson might be the odd man out. I'm not sure. But Danny Johnson had some good production last year and some good snaps at cornerback toward the end of the year. Wasn't great, but solid nonetheless. Then I think 5 safeties. Derek Forrest, Cameron Curl, Quan Martin, Jeremy Reeves, and Percy Butler will be the 5 guys at safety that make the team. Revo is an all-pro at special teams. That's super important. I think he gives you good production at safety as well when he does play. Quan Martin, I think Quan Martin should be starting somewhere on this defense. Don't know where, but he should be starting somewhere, darn it. Figure out somewhere for this man to play. His 2nd round pick. You find some way to play this man somewhere, somehow, some way. Figure it out. Cam Curl Dog needs to get paid. Please pay him already. I'm tired of them waiting to pay this man. Can we pay him before week 1, please? That would be great. Derek Forrest is solid. I think he's pretty good, but I do think when Cameron Curl does not play, he doesn't get exposed for the weaknesses in this game. And I hope he does work on it. I hope he did work on those weaknesses in this game this season. This offseason going to the 2023 NFL season. And then Percy Butler, I think he's going to grow as a football player. I think he had some good quality snaps this year. Not a ton of snaps, because I do think that Derek Forrest and Cameron Curl will get probably 75% of snaps at safety, but the safety snaps he does get, I think they're going to be very productive. So that is my 53-man roster in a nutshell. And of course, our specialists, they're kind of obvious. I think Joey Slye's winning the kicker job, by the way. Michael Badgley is here for competition, but I don't think Michael Badgley is a better kicker than Joey Sly. Michael Badgley good at one thing. He's better at one thing than Joey Sly, making extra points. Other than that, between 40 and 49, Sly just as accurate as Badgley, or a little less accurate. And then from 50, shout out to Louis T for this stat. Joey Sly 17 for 27, and Michael Badgley 5 for 13 in his career. I'm taking Sly guy all day. So Sly guy for kicker, trust the best player in football, and Cheeseman for the best long snapper in football. That's going to do it for me for my 53-man roster. If you guys enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe to the PSN Commanders Network. I'm subscribing to my second channel, like for Tone, down in the description when you want sneaker reviews, high style videos, reaction videos, anime talks, and yeah, anime talks. I think that's all I'm doing right now. And DMV talks. Well, DMV talks as well. So all that stuff on the Life Tone channel, you can go check that out. And until next time, y'all be easy, y'all be safe, stay healthy. Comment your thoughts on this video, or go follow WC on the day on Instagram. Got all my bros and my sponsee, Bone and Burgundy podcast. Until next time, y'all be easy, y'all be safe, stay healthy. And most importantly, man, y'all pray. Y'all pray, stay out the way, and let God help make a play. Till next time, y'all be safe, man. Phone up.